There is a gentle but strong pull on your spirit right now, something you might have been sensing all through the day. It's like an invisible hand reaching out, calling your name softly, asking you to pause everything and just listen. This isn't happening by chance. Heaven has picked this very moment to show you something that has been kept secret from you for a very long time. It's as if the air around you is starting to change, like the weather shifting before a storm, but this shift is from the spiritual world. It's moving toward you with a power that you can't ignore or push away. God is speaking to you, saying that Archangel Michael has come forward with a sense of urgency, not because there's danger that will scare you, but with a strong, protective energy that wraps around you like a bright shield made of light. This angel is here to guard you. Something important has been found, something you weren't supposed to discover all by yourself. Without help from above, you might never have known about it. A private detective, a real person who searches for hidden facts, has followed clues that lead straight to your life and your future. This isn't random. It's connected directly to what you're meant to do in this world. You've probably been feeling like someone is watching you for the past few days. Not in a way that feels threatening or bad, but in a mysterious, curious way. It's as if there's a person out there trying to understand who you really are, what your true purpose is, what special gifts you carry inside your soul, and what things have been trying to hold you back from growing and succeeding. Heaven allowed this detective to follow your trail, not to cause you any harm, but to bring out truths that were hidden under layers of lies, mixed-up stories, and a kind of spiritual cloud that others created. These people didn't want you to realize just how strong and powerful you truly are. This discovery isn't something small or everyday. It's the kind that can change your whole life, reshape your path, and alter what happens in your future. Archangel Michael is encouraging you to open your heart wide right at this moment, because the next few minutes are special and holy. For a long time, people around you have looked at you and thought they knew everything about your story. They judged your worth, guessed at your future, and decided what you could or couldn't do. But God says those people couldn't see the real you. They saw the hard times you went through, but missed the inner strength that kept you going. They noticed when you were quiet, but didn't understand the fire in your spirit. They saw the challenges, but overlooked the special blessing and purpose that God placed on your life even before you were born. This is why some folks tried so hard to get in your way. They wanted to slow you down, make you confused, use you for their own reasons, or push you off the road that God designed just for you. But guess what? None of them could actually change what God had planned. They couldn't erase the seeds of greatness that God planted deep inside you. And now, the secrets they tried to keep buried are coming back up to the surface, all because of this detective who was led by God's own hand. The detective started looking for answers, thinking it would be something normal and straightforward. But what they found surprised even them. They uncovered links to your family history, connections to events that no one ever told you about, ties to people who made choices behind your back, and something that you were meant to receive, maybe something spiritual or even something real like money or property, but it never got to you. It was kept hidden because the wrong people were in charge at the wrong time. They were scared of what might happen if you learned the full story. They knew that once you heard the truth, you'd start seeing yourself in a new light. You'd stand up taller, take back what belongs to you, change in amazing ways, and step into the power that heaven gave you from the start. So, they did everything to hide it. They buried papers, removed names from records, covered up their tracks, told only half the story, and tried to control what everyone believed. But God is saying that the time for all that hiding is done. Archangel Michael is speaking up right now with a voice full of passion and strength, declaring that this is like an emergency. The truth can't wait any longer. This detective was guided by heaven every step of the way. They didn't even realize why they felt pulled to certain places, old records, specific people, or particular times in history. It was angels quietly giving them directions, whispering into their thoughts. Michael explains that the detective found proof that someone tried to mess with your future a long time ago. This person was afraid of how high you could go because they could sense your spiritual strength even before you fully knew it yourself. They figured if they stopped you early on, you'd never find the path God laid out for you. They hoped you'd stay stuck in one place, always confused, distracted, and clueless about the amazing things waiting for you. But God says they didn't win. You've come to a point in your life where what's been hidden starts to show up clearly. What was kept quiet starts to speak loudly. What was pushed down becomes something you can't deny. There's a good reason why you've made it through all the tough stuff you've faced. There's a purpose behind why those battles didn't crush you completely. There's meaning in why your heart still holds on to hope, even after so many letdowns tried to steal it away. God is telling you that you're spiritually tougher than anyone ever gave you credit for. That toughness is like a key that will open up what's coming next in your life. The detective discovered something that has your name on it, not just in a figurative way, but really tied to you. It was supposed to come to you years back, but people who had no business getting involved delayed it. This find is like a gift of restoration from heaven itself. God wants you to know that this message is proof you were never forgotten or left behind. Heaven didn't overlook you or abandon you. Every single delay was noted up there. Every unfair thing that happened was seen. Every time someone took something from you, betrayed you, or whispered plans to block your way, God witnessed it all. The detective was like the last piece in a big puzzle, bringing earthly proof of what heaven already knew was true. God says the detective won't reach out to just anyone. Heaven has chosen you for this. They know your name, your whole story, the wrongs done to you, what was hidden away, and why it all had to come out now. You've stepped into a special time where things get exposed, not in a way that hurts you, but in a way that sets you free. This exposure clears the road ahead, gives back what was taken, brings fairness, and puts you right where heaven meant for you to be since the day you came into this world. Archangel Michael has been making a big noise in the spiritual places because dark forces tried to stop this exact moment. They wanted to slow it down, twist it around, distract you from it, or make you skip right past this message. But Michael is saying that because you stopped to listen, because you opened up and took it in, heaven can now move forward with the next steps. He assures you that you're safe and protected. Nothing bad will touch you. But you needed to hear about this discovery, so your spirit can get ready for what's on the way. This find will change how you look at your purpose and make sense of the road you've been on. God explains that what the detective uncovered connects to three main things: your identity, your inheritance, and your destiny. Identity means the real truth about who you are, both in your spirit and in your family line. Inheritance is about what was meant for you but got stopped by others along the way. Destiny is the path God wrote out for you that some tried to change. You're about to step fully into all three. You'll regain who you truly are, take back what's yours, and get back on the right track. And all this happens with Archangel Michael right beside you, holding a sword of light that no darkness can fight against. God says that the enemy thought confusion would hold you back, but instead, it built your strength. They thought heartbreak would quiet you down, but it actually made your spiritual senses sharper. They believed loneliness would shatter you, but it pushed you to seek God more deeply than before. Heaven is telling you that every single thing meant to break you down ended up molding you into someone who can't be stopped. That's why this discovery is happening right now. You're ready to hear the truth without being afraid, without doubting, without holding back. In the days ahead, You'll start seeing signs all around you. Messages will come, things will confirm what heaven just shared, and shifts will happen in your life. Conversations with people will line up with this revelation. You'll feel guided in fresh ways. Protection will feel stronger than ever. Even when changes come fast, you'll have this odd sense of calm. God says that calm is a signal that angels are all around you, on every side. You're not going through this by yourself. You're not figuring out this discovery alone. Heaven is busy working things out for your good. God asks you to trust Him, to pray, and to let everything unfold without being scared. Nothing will go wrong here. You won't lose anything. No harm will come your way. You won't be fooled or tricked. Archangel Michael has already cut off every bad path. This discovery is meant to lift you up, not pull you down. This is a turning point sent from heaven. Soon, you'll see why everything had to play out like this. Your story is about to change in a big, quick way. What's been hidden is stepping into the light. What's been delayed is finally showing up. What's been stolen is coming back. What's been broken is getting fixed. The detective, guided by heaven, was just the messenger on earth to bring this all out. Stay calm, keep trusting, pray often, and stay open. Heaven is doing things for you that you can't see yet. Archangel Michael is guarding you with fierce care. This discovery will bring blessings, fairness, and big breakthroughs that will shape your whole future in ways you couldn't dream up. You're safe. You're chosen. You're protected. And this is just the start of what God is going to show you. This isn't an ordinary time in your life. You can't just brush it off, put it off, or come back to it later. This is a special interruption planned by heaven in the timeline of your future, because something unbelievable has just been found. Heaven doesn't send alerts without a good reason. Archangel Michael doesn't show up unless something huge is going on in the hidden spiritual world around you. God is saying, "My child, pay close attention. Open your heart right this second, because I'm about to tell you what has been kept secret for so long. The air in your life has changed. In the spiritual places, angels are on high alert, watching every move, every step, every quiet word aimed at your future. Don't be afraid, because I'm right here with you. Even when you don't see me, I'm all around you. Even when you don't hear me, I'm speaking up for you. Even when you feel shaky, I'm making your steps steady. But this time is special. Heaven is stepping in fast because a private detective, a real, everyday person, has tracked you down. Not to cause trouble, not to put you in the spotlight in a bad way, not to bring any harm, but because they found something so amazing that it shocked them too. Archangel Michael is saying, "Beloved, this is urgent. You can't ignore it." The detective uncovered something that wasn't supposed to stay hidden forever. You've been watched, but not by bad people, by your own destiny calling out. Something valuable, something strong, something that can change your life has been tied to your name, and now it's been found. God says you've been going through life without knowing about the spiritual searches happening behind the scenes. Heaven has been checking every detail of the people in your world. Family, friends, enemies, quiet watchers, jealous hearts, fake supporters who secretly wished you'd fail. In the middle of all that, God picked someone unexpected, someone skilled at finding facts, someone who doesn't know you personally but got pulled into your story to reveal a truth locked away for years. This detective wasn't sent by anything dark. They were led by heaven to a clue, a sign, a paper, a voice, a big reveal that pointed right at you. They followed it without knowing God was guiding them. They saw patterns that didn't make sense at first. They kept digging because something inside kept pushing them forward. When they got to the end, they were stunned. Michael says, "My beloved, they found something with your name on it. Something that has your spiritual mark. Something meant for you long ago, but blocked by delays, jealousy, bad spiritual influences, and people trying to control things. God says this truth coming to you isn't little. It's not everyday stuff. It can change your tomorrow, your money situation, who you are, your relationships, your peace of mind, your self-belief, and your whole path ahead. The reason heaven is pushing so hard now is because this is time-sensitive. You should have gotten it sooner, but someone hid it, tried to erase it, bury it, act like it never was. They hoped you'd never know because your big breakthrough is linked to this. Archangel Michael says a person scared of your success tried to wipe out your blessing. They thought hiding it long enough would make you move on without it. They were mistaken. God is stepping in. Heaven is bringing everything out into the open. The detective didn't stop after finding it. They checked it twice, looked at many sources, followed every detail. The more they saw, the more surprised they got. They realized this wasn't just a simple find. It was set up by heaven. God says, "My child, I planned this because it's time for you to get what's yours." The detective traced it all to one clear fact. Your name is linked to something huge, valuable, life-shifting, something heaven gave you even if you didn't ask for it. Michael says this is why it's urgent. The truth is ready, but dark forces are trying one last push to distract or delay you. God says you've had enough mix-ups, enough being controlled, enough heart pain, enough backstabbing, enough quiet fights. You've gone through times where people tried to steer your future, block your good things, mess with what God set for you. But now, heaven is battling for you straight on. God stands between you and any harm. Michael guards your way with a bright sword, slicing through every spiritual attack on your breakthrough. The angels with you are moving fast because this truth needs to get to you now. Someone in your life, maybe you know them, maybe not, was terrified of what you'd do if you found out who you really are, what you're here for, what's been ready for you. They feared losing their hold. They were scared of your growth, strength, potential, destiny, and the good things God lined up. So they covered it up, sealed your future in their falsehoods. But they didn't count on God. Heaven says this is when you rise above all that's held you. Spiritual ties are snapping. Hidden facts are rising. Closed doors swing open. The search is done, and it all leads to you. God says I let this detective follow the clues because the truth needed someone to see it. Not just a spiritual whisper, but real proof. The detective was shaken. They saw you're not regular. Your life isn't by chance. You're part of a big plan from heaven that goes way beyond what anyone's told you. You're picked, marked, guarded, placed, made for something great. Someone tried to keep you in the dark, but God wouldn't let it stick. Michael says you were never by yourself. In your toughest times, you weren't left. When people left, heaven watched the lies, tricks, jealousy, and now fairness is coming. God says the detectives find links to a blessing delayed but not gone. Something with money meaning, spiritual power, emotional healing, perfect timing, restoration, lifting up, proving you right. Maybe a lost chance, hidden family gift, secret admission, old promise, sealed paper, message from years back, truth they hoped you'd miss. One or more has your name. Heaven says that's why this feels pressing. When you get this truth, your spiritual air changes for good. Heavy weights lift. Chains break. Confusion clears. Pain ends. Delays speed up. God says, my child, you're in a heavenly flip. Taken things return. Hidden stuff shows. Slowed things rush. Michael says, don't skip this. It's not to scare, it's to protect. You're chosen for amazing things, and heaven's ready to give it. But open your heart, ready your spirit, keep faith alive. This truth won't just tell, it'll change you. God says people thought you'd stay small, silent, trapped, lost. But God's raising you to where hidden, buried, stolen, blocked, delayed things come out. The detective didn't just find a thing. They found you, your purpose, value, spiritual self, divine guard. They saw what heaven sees. You're chosen. Michael says this truth can shift your whole future. God says I sent this today because you're ready. Your life aligns in unimaginable ways. Surprise blessings come. Links form. Chances open. Ignorers notice your worth. Shut doors unlock. Delays vanish. You move to a new part where truth builds you, revelation empowers, blessing finds you. God says, trust me. You're safe. Nothing bad happens. Angels surround. Presence guides. Protection covers. Just trust and pray. Michael says truth comes to your hands. Don't fear, embrace. You're in a time where hidden can't hide, enemies show, blessings free, truth unseals. God says you were born for this. Heaven opens the way. Truth arrives. Blessing comes. Story changes forever. Nothing about now is by accident. You've felt shifts you couldn't explain. Heaven confirms. Archangel Michael urgently reaches you because hidden things surface. A detective tracked your name, followed a path to you, found something life-directing. God says no fear, no panic, no doubt. You're safe, protected, covered by divine power that blocks harm. Trust, breathe, open as God shows why this comes urgently. God says you've lived with unanswered questions, inner hints, intuitive alerts, dreams too real, sudden people changes. You thought imagination or overthinking, but your spirit saw what eyes couldn't. You were guided before now, protected from unseen dangers. Truth can't stay buried. Detective didn't find you randomly. Someone hid destiny-related things. God says time for full reveal. Archangel Michael stands behind, shielding unknown attacks. Your soul survived unbeatable storms. Heart shaken but whole. Betrayed, underestimated, mocked, doubted, envied, targeted quietly. Yet you stand. Heaven raises you. Message urgent not for coming danger, but unfolding truth. Be present to receive yours. God says detective found document, trail, message, recording, something unseen. Confirms life shock, then relief. About name, journey, inheritance, identity, protection. Not evil, powerful, proves heaven orchestrated even when forgotten. Detective messenger unknowingly. Uncovered hidden. Michael says revelation shifts future. You've prayed for answers on collapsed ties, closed doors, disappearances. Not losses, protections. Undeserving removed. Voices silenced. God closed to see unseen. Now God opens unclosable doors. Michael says watched spiritually long. No enemy crossed boundary. Attacks failed. Plans collapsed. Words powerless. You're not ordinary. Destiny strong. Purpose big. Heaven steps forcefully so you know protection. Discovery. Behind back act involving name, identity, blessings. Someone thought you'd stay blind. Underestimated spiritual level, protection. God not allowing lies on destiny. Hidden uncovers. Buried digs up. Stolen returns. Felt strange energies. Tiredness, sensitivity, intuition, intense thoughts. Signs of shift to alignment where truth reveals without chase. Heaven reveals to free. Season of exposure, clarity, alignment, breakthrough. Michael says blocked unfit situations. Delays saved from drains. Removals for misaligned. Tears taught not all deserve heart softness. Detective evidence. Name spoken, progress watched, decisions without knowledge. Not scare. Show value, weight, importance. Someone interfered promise. Claimed yours. Created confusion. Heaven stopped. Michael intervened. Truth open. Enter effortless flow. Blocked blessings release. Vanished chances reappear. Overlookers regret. Doubters witness rise. Speakers silenced by success. No fight or confront. Battle won, truth unfolds. Urgency. Things move quick. Blessings momentum. Breakthroughs speed. Timing activated. Restless spirit sensed shift. Alignment new. No fear discovery. Favors you. Clears confusion. Exposes lies. Confirms whispers. Details step by step. Nothing hidden. Destiny cleaned. Clarified. Reset. Future bigger than past. Purpose stronger than mistakes, pain. Calling uncancelable. Detective guided to push next chapter. Freedom, restoration, elevation. Michael says manipulators never expected intervention. Exposure, uncover. God says no weapon prospers. Tongues condemned. Season justice, compensation, protection. Spirit awakens. Intuition sharpens. Path clears. Blessings rise. Chapter miracles. Clarity. Breakthroughs unstoppable. You're safe. Protected. Covered. Trust God. Calm. Open heart as truth unfolds. Hidden to light. Promised on way. Your moment. Message. Confirmation. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, seeing your heart thoughts, hearing hidden fears. Delivers long-waiting message. God says, my child, listen. Detective tracked not to hurt, expose, harm, but found incredible, shocking life purpose tied. Heaven sent angels prepare spirit. Safe. Nothing wrong. Trust. Breathe. No fear cloud blessing. Michael says emergency. Delay, ignore. Push away risks missing born set revelation. Not scare. Open eyes. Heaven sends no reasonless detectives. Strangers, signs, impulses. Discovery changes life. Open spirit. Don't skip. Scroll. Stay. God says past week's pressure. Followed mysteriously. Watched from distance. Actions. Carry. Survive. Chills. Dreams. Deja vu. Loneliness hope. Intuition flashes. Felt big coming. Life studied. Right. Not imagining. Traced. Looked for. Truth revealed. Detective hired months not trap. Expose flaws. Damage. Followed destiny trail. Identity. Miracle blocked years by wrong people. Heaven allowed find because uncovered linked diverted. Stolen. Hidden. erased blessing by non-risers. Michael says someone tried rewrite story. Heaven rewrites back. God says detective no idea led to you. Thought normal case. But steps, records, names pointed you. Name appeared. Heaven interfered. Angels surrounded. Destiny opened. God says past person left powerful involving you. Info, paperwork, truth, inheritance, confession, money, property, secret, letter, recording, name, photo, meant yours but intercepted, blocked, blinded. Michael says supposed years ago, wrong interfered. Thought hide forever. God never expose, stay unaware. Heaven enough. Detective led discover. Shocked not what, who, you rise meant. Heaven chosen unusual blessing. God says life never ordinary. Survived destroying storms. People breaking. Carried others' pain. Silent battles. Strength unasked. Tested, betrayed, ignored, overlooked, pushed, underestimated. Carried light drawing protection. Michael says light why discovery important. Connected calling, purpose, destiny, next blessing. God says breathe. Not danger, trouble, hunted, revealed, hidden out, stolen back, delayed activating, meant finding way. Detective shocked, normal, humble, quiet you center powerful. Why hide? Name in documents, messages, reports desperately unwanted discover. Because chosen, protected, blessing too big hide forever. Michael says emergency not danger, divine timing. Must reach now. Message, revelation, truth, blessing, shift. Heaven urges awaken, open, receive. And so, as this divine message comes to a close, remember that the revelations shared here are meant to empower you, to lift the veils of doubt and bring you into the fullness of your God-given path. The journey ahead is one of light, truth, and unbreakable protection. Embrace it with an open heart, knowing that every step is guided, every truth uncovered is for your highest good, and your story is unfolding exactly as heaven intended. This is your time to rise, to reclaim, and to walk boldly into the blessings that await. God says, "My child, take a slow, deep breath right now, because the kind that fills your whole chest and calms every racing thought, because what I am doing in your life over the next few weeks and months will feel almost too beautiful to be true. You have carried heaviness for so long that you became used to it, like wearing a coat you forgot you could ever take off. But heaven is removing that coat gently, layer by layer, and you are about to feel lighter than you have felt in years. The private detective's discovery was only the first crack in the wall. Now the entire wall is coming down, and behind it is the wide-open space that was always meant to be yours. In the coming days you will begin to notice little things at first, maybe a phone call from someone you have not spoken to in years, an email that seems to come out of nowhere, a piece of mail with an old postmark, a conversation you overhear that mentions your name in a way that makes your heart skip. Do not brush these off as coincidence. These are heavenly breadcrumbs leading you straight to the door that has your name written on it in light. Every breadcrumb is guarded by angels so that nothing and no one can snatch it away again. God says the person who tried to hide your blessing is already feeling restless. They can sense in their spirit that something has shifted, that the secret they guarded so carefully is slipping out of their hands like sand. They may try to reach out, they may try to explain, they may even pretend they were protecting you, but heaven has already closed their mouth. You do not need to argue, you do not need to prove anything, you only need to keep walking forward. The truth is doing the talking now, and it speaks louder than any lie ever could. You will feel a new kind of confidence rising inside you, quiet at first, like the sun before it breaks the horizon, then stronger and warmer with each passing day. People who once spoke over you will suddenly grow quiet when you enter the room. People who ignored your dreams will start asking how you are doing with genuine curiosity. Opportunities that felt dead will send up new shoots of life. Money that was tied up, stuck, or stolen will begin to move toward you again. Relationships that drained you will either heal in miraculous ways or fall away completely, so that only those who celebrate you remain. God says, I am restoring the years that felt wasted. The seasons you cried alone, the nights you begged me to show you why everything kept going wrong, the mornings you forced yourself to get out of bed even though your heart was shattered. None of it was wasted. I was collecting every tear, turning every wound into wisdom, every disappointment into discernment, every closed door into a stronger foundation. And now I am handing it all back to you in the form of favor you will not have to beg for, love you will not have to chase, and peace you will not have to fight to keep. Archangel Michael is still standing guard. You may not see him, but you will feel him, when sudden fear tries to creep in and is gone just as quickly, when a plan against you falls apart before it even reaches you, when you walk into rooms and the atmosphere shifts in your favor without you saying a word. His sword is raised, and he is clearing the path so wide that you will be able to run without stumbling. No spirit of delay can touch you anymore. No spirit of lack can follow you anymore. No spirit of confusion can cloud your mind anymore. They have been served notice. Their time of access is over. You are going to look back on this exact week, this exact moment when you pause to receive this message, and you will say, that was the moment everything changed. Because from this second forward, heaven has marked your life with the word, until now. Every until now that used to bring pain, until now I was broke, until now I was overlooked, until now I was betrayed, until now I was waiting, is being turned into from this day forward. From this day forward you are seen. From this day forward you are valued. From this day forward you are provided for. From this day forward you are celebrated. From this day forward you walk in the authority that was always yours, but was hidden from you. God says, tell my child they do not have to be afraid of being too much anymore. The volume of your dreams, the size of your prayers, the depth of your love, the brightness of your light, none of it is too much for me. I created you to take up space, to shine without apology, to love without holding back, to succeed without shrinking. The very things people tried to make you feel like a burden are the very things I will use to bless nations through you. Keep your heart soft and your hands open. Keep speaking kindly to yourself. Keep thanking me even before you see everything with your eyes, because faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. And your faith has moved my heart a long time ago. That is why this season of suddenlies has begun. Sudden phone calls, sudden provision, sudden healing, sudden clarity, sudden doors swinging wide open, sudden peace that makes no sense to the natural mind, sudden joy that bubbles up and surprises even you. You are not waiting for your breakthrough anymore. Your breakthrough is waiting for you to simply step into it. And the moment you do, you will feel the atmosphere around you applaud. Angels will rejoice. Heaven will celebrate. The cloud of witnesses who have been cheering you on from the beginning will shout with one voice, "Look, they made it. They believed. They kept going. They never gave up." God says, I am proud of you, not because you were perfect, but because you kept choosing me even when it was hard. You kept believing even when it looked impossible. You kept loving even when you were hurt. You kept hoping even when hope felt foolish. And now I am keeping every promise I ever whispered to you in the dark. So rest tonight, beloved. Sleep deeply. Dream sweetly. Tomorrow is not just another day. It is the first day of the rest of your unveiled life. The detective's discovery was only the invitation. Your yes to this message was the acceptance. And now the banquet is being set before you. Every seat has your name. Every blessing has your name. Every miracle has your name. You are safe. You are seen. You are deeply, fiercely, eternally loved. And from this moment on, nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what God has already released into your hands. If this message stirred your spirit, if it brought tears, chills, peace, or that deep knowing in your heart that God was speaking directly to you, then please don't leave without doing these 3 small things that mean the world. First, tap that like button right now. Let heaven record that you received this word with an open heart. Every like is a quiet amen that sends this same blessing to someone else who is scrolling in tears tonight, feeling forgotten. Second, hit subscribe and turn on the little bell so that every time heaven releases a fresh, urgent, now word like this one, it finds you immediately. You won't have to search for encouragement anymore. Encouragement will chase you down. And third, if this message felt like it saved your hope, healed something inside you, or confirmed what you've been praying about in secret, consider sending a super thanks, any amount from $2 up to $100. It's not just a donation, it's a seed of gratitude that tells the algorithm, yes, keep sending these life-changing, destiny-unlocking messages to every weary heart that needs them. Whether you give $5, $20, $50, or $100, know that every single dollar becomes fuel to keep these divine downloads coming daily, free for everyone, especially for that single mom crying in her car, that young man thinking of giving up, that person who has no one else speaking life over them right now. When you click Super Thanks, feel free to write 1 sentence of what this word did for you. I read every single one, and I pray over every name. Your seed doesn't just support the ministry. It pulls tomorrow's miracle into today for someone else. God sees your heart. He sees your like, your subscribe, your super thanks, your quiet thank you in the comment section. And He is smiling, saying, "Watch how I bless the hand that blesses others. Thank you for staying until the very last word. Thank you for believing. Thank you for choosing hope tonight. Now walk into your new season like the chosen, protected, highly favored child of God that you are. I love you with the love of the Lord, and I'll see you in the next message very, very soon."